whole bag of free comics. Let's talk about it. A buddy of mine came by and dropped off a whole bag of comics to me, just get it completely free. And so actually, I didn't even keep all of it. Some of it I passed on to my buddy Chris. And but I took out the stuff that I would appreciate, and a couple minor keys in here. It's nothing too crazy. But there's some cool stuff. And in there also was this JLA Heaven's Ladder Treasury. This thing's massive. I've never read this, so why not? And he always, whenever he finds Godzilla stuff, picks it up for me. This awesome, ridiculous, like ultimate, 90s Godzilla. This is the most 90s thing there is. So this is terribly awesome. But again, thank you, my buddy. Don't even dropping this off of me. So I got a Incredible Hulk 259, cool little minor key there. Oh, you gotta wait for these to stand. There we go. So we'll run through one of the time. Web Spider-Man 48, one of those little minor Hobgoblin keys. I always love that cover. For me, that's like I know everybody loves the first Hobgoblin who's ripping the Spidey suit, but for me, that is the Hobgoblin cover. Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors one shot. I guess it's not. This might have been the first one they did. I don't know, but it's signed by. It's not growing, but it's starting GI something. I don't know. Maybe not growing. I'm not sure. But if you know whose signature that is, I mean, it's a little bit smudged, so it's hard to read. Weird War Tales starring the Creature Commanders, of course, number 118. I can't remember if I have this one already, but I love these Weird War Tales. They're awesome, especially the Creature Commandos stuff. A book I got really early on into when I was reading comics is the one where they're like crashing through like the stone swastika. That one's awesome. So Creature Commandos is kind of cool. And I'm looking forward to see what James Gunn does with it. I just hope it's not too goofy, especially like Weasel on the team and all that. Blue Beetle number 10. It's cool. Blue Beetle versus Kronos. Good read now. Just League of America 223. Cool issue there. And then we got New Teen Titans number 30. Terra joins the team. Yeah, that's the little what are those, like, I guess you can call those keys, like characters join teams, stuff like that. Teen Titans 41. A lot of these are actually, I'm kind of catching on, especially the Teen Titans issues are like minor keys, if you'd even call them that. Amethyst number 13, that awesome Dr. Fate cover. As well, if I'm not mistaken, it's someone's wearing the club box in 98. Maybe I'm wrong. I remember seeing one before, and I was surprised by the price tag, but it's not a 98. Suicide Squad annual number 1, the only annual they did for this run back in the day, funny enough. Also Squadron number 22 is a great run to put together. Great read. Also Squadron 17. Also Squadron 25, first Infinity Inc. That is a cool little minor key there. Cool, but especially if you're looking through the dial-ins, that's a cool one to keep an eye out for. Number 19 of All-Star Squadron. And New Teen Titans 32. Awesome issue. I love that cover. This one's awesome. Dinosaurs Attack, based off the Topps cards, just like the Mars Tax cards. I believe this came out like the 60s, if I'm not mistaken. But they're awesome. They're all like dinosaurs just attacking humans. So I find it, that art's awesome. So that was pretty cool. My father's a huge Mars Tax fan, so I'll be giving that to him. Comic interview 116. I always love picking these comic interviews just because I love reading the old interviews at them and going through, especially when you see like the preview page and stuff like that. And I was reading this one before I went to Boston, and you open it up and there's this awesome splash page of Kirby art. So that's awesome. This was a great find in there. Firestorm number 15. It's got a gnarly spine roll here, but I'm working on my Firestorm run, so I think I'm halfway done. I don't know. It's one of a bunch of runs I'm working on, so I just pick it when I see them for $1 or less. Firestorm number 20. I still need number 1 from the first volume. His first appearance, of course. Howard the Duck number 2. We got number 32. Howard the Duck number 18. And number 26. Little Howard the Duck bulked out. 21 as well. Little bulk of Howard the Duck. There's a couple minor keys throughout the run, especially it's at 32 and 33 is the kiss issue, if I'm not mistaken. I know the covers. I think it's 32. Maybe wrong. But those are the ones to really look out for. And, of course, like Dr. Bonk's awesome, stuff like that. Justice League 219. I got to bag and board these. 212 from the Justice League run, Justice League America. Justice League Europe, number 1. New team appearance. Cool. That's a pretty cool lineup, too. And it's one of the things where they finally started figuring out what to do with Power Girl. Tales of the Teen Titans, number 42, part 1 of the Jews contract. First appearance that in part 2 as well as in here. You know, we got in here first appearance of Jericho. And, of course, it's part 1 and 2 of one of the most iconic stories from DC of this era. Probably the most iconic Teen Titans story, Deathstroke story. It's a great read if you haven't read it already. It's a classic story. And it's one of those things where surprisingly, this might be my 3rd pair that I found in the dollar bin in the last couple months. So this is a great book to keep an eye out for, 100%. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice if it sounds a little raspy. It is what it is. Wall Spotlight number 2. Cool. Caught my eye. Ghost Rider 53. Ghost Rider 77. And Miss Spider-Man 168. Superman 423. Story called last issue with Alan Moore's story. Someone else worked on this too. Alan Moore, Kurt Swang, and George Perez. So that's a great trio right there. Thor 332 for the Thor run. We got He's the Greatest. These were awesome, like get handouts at like churches and stuff. I'm not a religious person, but I pick up the religious books when I see them just because they're, whatever. And then last but not least, Avengers number 238. With this awesome Vision Quest story. Well, this isn't part of Vision Quest, is it? No. But it's got this cool Vision cover, Monica Rambeau, whole 9 yards. So, for free, you can't beat it. You can't beat it for free. And again, thank you to my buddy Tony. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Would you pay nothing for these books? I'm sure you would. But if you aren't already, follow me here on Facebook and Instagram for more daily content. I drop stuff every day. I've been slacking recently with the shorts, but I'm getting back into it. Bringing back Comics news. I'll talk about news and announcements and stuff like that. I do it in the short content. Also picked up finally made a TikTok account, stuff like that. I've got the Instagram page where I talk about, I do a series called Tales from the Hunt where I talk about going out and looking for the books and people I ran into, stuff I didn't buy, stuff I found, cool stuff like that. And of course on Facebook group Fandoms Unleashed as well. We see the behind the scenes look at comics, polls for upcoming videos, all kinds of stuff like that. So that's all linked down in the description. Until next time, peace.